And you know what? We're in store for a really fun day today. So why don't you stand up and we're gonna sing.
One, two, three, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. We sing 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. God loved the world, so He gave His Son. Jesus is our friend. He loves everyone. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3, Jesus is alive. He died for you and me, but on day 3, Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. Jesus is alive. Jesus rose again. My Jesus is alive.
Wow, you guys did such a great job. You know what? I've got a question for you. Who can trust God? I can trust God. That's exactly right. Can you say that even louder? Who can trust God? I can trust God. That's exactly right. Because God is with you wherever you go. He's with you at home. He's with you at school. Where else can He be with you?
At church.
At church, at the shops, at your granny's house, when you're on holiday. God is always with you. And that's just one of the reasons why we can trust God. And so I'm going to teach you our memory verse today. Are you ready? Are you ready, Rayleigh?
Yes.
Okay, it goes like this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And it comes from Proverbs 3, verse 5. Should we try that together? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3, verse 5. Now, why don't you guys stand up one more time and let's sing to Jesus.
Keep my lamp burning. You have turned my darkness to light. Set my feet high on this mountain and put my enemies to flight. So I will praise you as long as I live. Oh, I will praise you again.
again, kids. Do you remember Melody? Of course. Hello, Melody. It's so nice to have you again today. You know what? We decided that we are going to set up a tea party. So I've got my tea set over here. Melody's going to bring the music. Thank you for the teacups. And you know what? This tea party is not for me. It's for
Crazy Mike! I'm back, boys and girls, and today we are having a crazy tea party. So, I'm gonna need some music, and then Melody. Louder, a little louder. Thank you. Let's set up our tea party. First of all, we don't need any of that. We need some of this. What do you think, Melody? This is a crazy tea party. Boys and girls, let's make a bit of space. I have got awesome things for Crazy Mike's tea party. Delicious. Okay, where should we start? First off, I think we should make a little concoction just to get the juices flowing. First of all, I've got some mixing water here. Need a bit of garlic granules, just a little. We need some chili garlic, more garlic. Oh heck, I'm gonna stink tomorrow morning. A bit of veggie spice. Oh, this is delicious. Italian herby. And last but not least, Crazy Mike's nutmeg concoction. This is gonna really make one's nose water. But anyway, first off, for our tasty, delicious Crazy Mike starter tea. Well, that's delicious. Rather salty, but delicious. Anyone want to join me at my tea party, Melody? Well, silence. Well, I'll continue. Course number 1 is out of the way. Alrighty. For the next concoction, all the way from the jungles of Borneo, we have Lavi from Legavon Lavi tea party. Ooh, these are rather spicy, chewy, yet satisfying, as they say in The Lion King. Delicious. Well, I believe there's lots of protein in these. You should try them at home if you can get hold of them. Larvae from Borneo. It's really hard to get to. That is delicious. Oh, Melody, what do you think? Oh, the music shines, and and Crazy Mike needs to move on to his next course. Thank you very much, Crazy Lava. I think we shall move on to this next one. This, ladies and gentlemen, is from just outside Wimbledon. No strawberries at all, but there's little gems that are in here that are delicious for tea parties. As for the white goo, I don't know what that is, but these golden nuggets. Let me just finish my last course of Lavi. Alright. Alrighty. Golden nuggets, delicious. I could have more. There's my music. Boys and girls, Crazy Mike. Thanks, Melody. Let's move on to course number 3. Course number 4. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I believe at Crazy Mike's party, some things you do not need to know. All you need to do is put it straight in. So here we are. Ha ha! This is a prank. How am I supposed to go on with my tea party when people are pranking me? Oh, Melody, please change the music. This course needs to disappear. It's an over-the-shoulder type tea party. We need to move on to course number 5. Course number 5. Where shall we move? I believe this is awesome. So normally one would take a little slither and put it in a drink. But not Crazy Mike. Crazy Mike likes the nutrition of every single part of the tea party. So, smells delicious. It better taste delicious. Yeah, that is very tasty. This is very tasty, but I don't think we are supposed to be eating this yellow stuff on the outside. Let's get over that course. Thank you, Melody. I don't need music this time. All I will do is move on to the last course. Oh, my hands. Last but not least, we have two things. I found this in a jar in the fridge. And, boys and girls, I found this in a silver little tub next to a little blanket on a square. And I believe that they go well together. So what we have to do is take a little mix of this one and spoon it in there, maybe two. Very sophisticated, this. We put it together and then we take one big mouthful. Very interesting. Hard on the teeth. Well, this is
Crazy man, did you take the cat food?
cat food. What's cat food?
That.
Cat food. Oh yeah. I thought that was a prank on myself. Ha! Well, luckily we have brought one last course of strawberry cherry delight. Strawberry cherry delight, I believe, made from something called, let me just read it here, habanero. Habanero. Strawberry cherry delight. Well, let us taste. First off, we need apparently 1 full teaspoon of habanero strawberry sauce. Boys and girls, one thing I'd like to leave you with is trust your gut. Trust your gut.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful and an amazing Sunday morning. It's Haley, and I'm going to be telling you a true story from the Bible today. And this story is found in Daniel 3. We are learning about who can trust God. And I want you to remember as you listen to the story, as we ask the question, who can trust God? I want you to remember that you can trust God. And so we're going to learn about a king called Nebuchadnezzar. That's a big word, isn't it? Can you try and say it with me? Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. And he was a king of a massive empire. And he was a king who thought so much about himself. In fact, he thought that he was the best king that ever lived. And because he felt this way about himself, he built a big, I'm going to say it one more time, big golden statue. And you're never going to believe what this golden statue was. It was a statue of himself. Can you imagine thinking so much of yourself that you build a massive golden statue of yourself? Not only did King Nebuchadnezzar build this big statue of himself, he also decided that people, every single day when music played, when they heard music like da 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 da, they had to bow down to this statue. So not only did he build a big statue of himself, he also insisted that people bow down to his statue once a day. Now, there were people that worked for King Nebuchadnezzar. They did not like a few people that lived in King Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom. And there was a group of people called Jews. There were 3 boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who were Jews. They were taken captive from their home country, home nation, and they were in Babylon. And they were working for King Nebuchadnezzar. And other people who also worked for him did not like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And so they went to King Nebuchadnezzar and said, "Oh, king, you made a decree saying that when the music dun da 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 plays once a day, everybody is to bow down and worship you. But, oh, king, do you know that there are some people in your kingdom that would not bow?" King Nebuchadnezzar, who thought so much of himself, was like, "What? Are there people that will not bow to my statue?" Oh, he was not happy. And these people were very happy to answer his question. And they said, "Yes, king, there are people that won't bow to your statue. These are their names: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego." Infuriated, the king says, "Fetch them and fetch them now." And they were brought to the king. Can you imagine if there was a king that is angry at you and you're fearful? How would you feel? Imagine the principal of your school being furious at you and knowing that they had authority over you. Well, King Nebuchadnezzar had more power than a school principal. He was furious. He said, "Boys, I'm going to play the music one more time, and then you have to bow to me. You have to bow to my statue." So the music played, da 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 da, and the boys did not bow. And the king said, "If you will not bow to me, I'm going to throw you into a fiery furnace." And instead of shrinking back with fear, the boys said to King Nebuchadnezzar, "Oh, king, we serve a God who will save us. We serve a God who will take care of us. We will not bow, because our God tells us to bow to nobody else but him, and we will not bow to your statue." Well, what happened to these boys? Well, they were taken and they were thrown into a fiery furnace. They were tied with ropes and they were thrown into that fiery furnace because they did not bow. And here's the amazing thing. They did not burn up. What did happen was that the ropes fell off them. And in fact, before they were put into the fiery furnace, the king said to the soldiers, "Make that fire 7 times hotter." So it was even hotter. And so when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into that fire, guess what happened? The ropes burnt off them, but they were not burning up. King Nebuchadnezzar was like, "What is going on here?" He jumped up and he said, "Hold on, we put 3 boys in the fire. I see 4. There's a 4th man in the fire with them." And you know who that 4th man was? That 4th man was Jesus. He was in the fire with them, and that fiery furnace did not burn a hair on their head. The king quickly said, "Get them out of that furnace." And they were taken out of the furnace. And the king was humbled. This proud king, at the beginning of our story, we heard how proud he was, how self-important he was, that he built a statue and made people bow. He was humbled, and he had to acknowledge that there was only one true God, and that was the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, as you hear this story, I want you to remember the bottom line. We can trust God. Who can trust God? We can. Remember the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and what God did for them when they made a choice to stand true to his word. Have a good week, everybody.
All right, boys and girls, that was Crazy Mike's Tea Party, but that was also an amazing story. Couple of things that we've learned today is, 1, you can trust your gut, but 2, more importantly, you can trust in God. Really, you can trust in God. I'll see you next week. My name's Crazy Mike, and this is a Crazy Tea Party.